filmed this video and my mic wasn't plugged in, so now I have to do it again. Every YouTuber's biggest nightmare right there. Anyways, what's up you guys? It's Carla7A and today's video is going to be my top hacks for any beginners out there doing makeup. These are those tips where I wish I would have learned it all at once like you guys are about to learn, because I learned it all over the place and like I could have totally had more slayed on fleek makeup and better everything, taking advantage of all my products to their full potential if I would have had this video. So if you're a beginner and you are missing out on some tips and you don't know everything about makeup, and even if you think you know everything, you might be missing something, girl. Hey, you never know. Watch this video. Okay, so first thing first, everyone needs to know this. If you don't know this, I feel bad. Oh my gosh. Your concealer can double up as an eyeshadow base. Do not feel like you need to go get two separate products. Makeup is expensive, I get it, and it's like a check. This is the L'Oreal True Match Concealer Stick, but any concealer it applies with, it can double as an eyeshadow base. This applies for any concealer. You don't need to be using an eyeshadow primer. You can just use your concealer. It's a two-in-one product. You can also make your eyes look bigger. This is a really cool trick by taking a color in an eyeshadow palette. This is my Buxom customizable palette. And wow, I don't really have any brightening colors in this palette. Not a good example. Next, let's see. This is my other Buxom customizable palette. You know, I'm obsessed. So you could take a light color. For me, this will brighten in my eyes because of my skin tone. But take a light color, right? Poke a little bit of that in the inner corner with an eyeshadow brush and boom. Your eyes will look bigger, wider, and just way more awake. I love that trick. It makes your eyes look bigger, especially if you have small eyes and you want to have a bigger eye look. Try that trick, it really works. So one of my favorite tricks is to use facial oil. This is the Marella. This is the facial oil that I use. So it will transform any dried up gel eyeliner into a creamy gel eyeliner again. Never throw away a gel eyeliner again. They always end up drying up. This even works for dried up old brow pomades or any old brow pomades. Put a facial oil in it and it will turn it from being super crusty like this to super creamy like this. It really works, guys. You see the difference? Just put a couple drops in it and mix it up until it's the consistency you want. The more drops you put in, the more shiny and creamier it's gonna be. The less drops you put in, the more, you know, not creamy it's gonna be, dry. So just put as many drops as you like till it's the consistency you want it to be again. Okay, so you know, beauty blender, right? I buy the beauty blender, I start using it. No. Buy the beauty blender and always dampen your beauty blender. Always get it soaked and then squeeze out the water. Here's a dry beauty sponge and here's a damp beauty sponge. This blends out your liquid foundations and concealers way better, and it gives you a way more flawless, just airbrush, you know, clean look after you're done if you dampen it first. So always dampen them first. I literally didn't know this for the longest. Can you believe it? If I had this hack video, I would have known everything I didn't know forever. Subscribe if you are new to my channel for more helpful videos, makeup tutorials, and try on hauls. There's plenty more on the way. So if you have dark hair like this, black, please do not use black on your eyebrows. They sell it, but they're trying to embarrass you. They're trying to embarrass you. If you have dark hair, always go 1 to 2 shades lighter. And if you have light hair, blondes for instance, always go 1 to 2 shades darker. It's how it works. It's always how it has been, and it's always how it will be. What? And it's always how it will be. Unless the Instagram makeup artists start coming out with some tricks and then everyone's eyebrows are all dark and messed up. But for now, the trend is, and for years it's always been, 1 to 2 shades lighter if you have dark hair, 1 to 2 shades darker if you have blonde hair. This is 1 shade lighter. Another hack, on your eyebrow pencils, okay? Ladies, your eyebrow pencils. This little wand, this little mascara wand, it's actually called a spoolie brush, first of all. I was calling it a mascara wand. You know for how long I was doing it? Like, I don't think you guys understand how many tutorials I had to watch before I knew that this was called a spoolie wand. It's a spoolie. It's a spoolie brush. It's a spoolie. This is not to brush out your eyelashes and brush out your, it is to brush out your eyebrows, okay? But not only that, it's to blend your eyebrows out. You see how my eyebrows are blended? I use this right here, yup. But you wanna know how I blended that out and gave it that fade? I brushed it with my spoolie. When you're finished filling in your eyebrows with a pencil, always use that little spoolie they give you at the end and brush out your brows so you have a nice fade and you're not looking ridiculous with super harsh square eyebrows. It's not cute, ladies. Brush it out with the spoolie. Don't be brushing your eyelashes. That's not what it's for. That's why we have mascara. That's why we have other things. This is to give you a fade, ladies. You know what I'm saying? So my oily people out there, if you are oily, before you even start to touch your face with any makeup after you apply your facial primer, spray a setting spray. I like to use a mattifying setting spray. I get really oily in my T-zone area. This is going to help with your application lasting through the oiliness because you have that layer, that shield of matte over your oily face. So before you start applying those liquid foundations, I know people normally like to go over it at the end with a matte setting spray, but do it at the beginning and the end. It's a really nice and helpful trick to help with your oiliness, and vice versa if you are really dry. If you have dry skin, they have dewy setting sprays as well. I know NYX has a dewy version of their matte setting spray. So yeah, I'm getting pretty oily, dude. Oh, really? Really? Oh, here's a trick for you. Take a toilet paper, piece of toilet paper. All you need to do is put it on your face and it will absorb. I don't have any oils on my face right now, but because I just did my makeup, but it literally just absorbs all the makeup. It's a thin piece of toilet paper. Don't think you need to go buy some oil blotting sheets. Literally. I thought I needed some oil blotting sheets. Don't this look like an oil blotting sheet? If I just pull this out of my pocket like, oh, here's your oil blotting sheet. If someone was like, oh, I wish I had an oil blotting sheet. Oh, here's your oil blotting sheet. You see, this right here is free of charge at every place. There's toilet paper everywhere. You don't need to go buy some stupid oil blotting sheets. I've never purchased oil blotting sheets in my life. I use toilet paper to blot. Okay? Use this, okay? I promise you. If you don't know like when you should like stop extending your brow, because you really, there's a point where you need to stop drawing your brow. You can't, it's not a infinity sign. The tail of your brow has a stopping point. And to know the stopping point, take any brush that's thin and straight, and all you gotta do is from your waterline up. So you see the angle of my waterline, how it curves up like that? This is where your eyebrow should end. Mine is perfect, but if you don't know how to end your eyebrow, or if someone cut off your eyebrow in a terrible waxing experience, now you know where it needs to end. You come home, you got your perfect match foundation, right? You put it on your face, you go out in public, your friend's like, hey, Tasha, yo, dude, why does your face look darker than your neck? She's like, what? I tried it on at the store, it looked perfect. You wanna know what you did wrong at the store? You tried the foundation on your face, not your neck. Always try the foundation on your neck first, then you can try it on your face. But do not just try it on your face and go home and be like, expecting it to match, like, cause it's only a little piece. Like, you're not having a whole sample on your face unless you're like at Sephora. If you're at the drugstore, take out a little bit of that and try it on your neck. Look in the mirror, if it blends in, there goes your foundation shade. Don't base it off your face. The most important part is to make sure your foundations blend into your neck. So always test it on your neck first, and then you can go ahead and see if it blends out on your face nicely, but it really will, So test it out on your neck. That's how you'll pick out the right foundation shade when you go out to stores. Finally, it is foundation first, then concealer, not the other way around. Of course, if you have a blemish that you want to cover, you know, you can cover it up with concealer first, then put foundation on top. But if you're like highlighting and stuff, it is no, baby girl. You do not put on the concealer first, then foundation. It don't even make any sense. I used to do that when I first started doing makeup. Like all these things I used to do. That's why I came up with this list for you guys, okay? Maybe I was just lost, but seriously, when you're a beginner, you really don't know anything. And people, there needs to be a video out there to help you guys so you guys know what you actually need, which is why I came to you guys to do this. So literally, it's foundation and concealer. Someone who has been doing makeup is probably like, duh, right now. But seriously, beginners do not know this. Foundation, then concealer on top, then your powder. That is it. If you are new to my channel from this, be sure to click that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
What do you mean?